But we're going to see Charlie bites his finger again or something like that, along with the children. Then we're going to see 50 years later, too. So, go ahead.
Charlie bit me.
Let's show the second one.
Charlie bit me. Charlie. Charlie bit me. That hurt. Charlie, that really hurt.
Now, before we show the next one, I want to, last week I was preaching about you got to change things. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, nothing's ever going to change. If you keep sticking your finger in Charlie's mouth, he's still going to bite you. No matter how old he gets, you know, you got to change behavior. And Jesus Christ can change our behavior. Now, the next clip I'm going to show is a little bit about how we might go about changing behavior. Go ahead.
If you could all just settle down, I propose a full committee vote on whether to act on the matter of the bat, which has been trapped in this chamber for the past 15 minutes. All those in favor of attempting to all those in favor of attempting to capture the bat, say aye. Aye. It's clear that the majority of those present feel we need to act. I therefore propose that we have all the lights in the chambers turned off and all the windows open. The bat will fly towards the sunlight and out the window.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I respectfully disagree. The best plan of action is to capture the bat and then release it outside. Get out!
Representative McCullough, I believe that catching the bat will prove extremely difficult. It's very fast.
Well, I have read that in situations like this, one can place honey or sugar water into a jar. And then when the bat climbs into the jar to drink it...
Representative McCullough, waiting for the bat to enter the jar can take hours. We need immediate action. Now, I propose to put a piece of fruit on the table, and when the bat comes down to eat it, we simply clamp a large ball over it.
We don't have a large bowl. That plan is simply turn off the light, waiting for the bat to leave is the best option.
If you do not think my bold plan is terrible, then I suggest we carve a large fan and blowing it towards the window, making it uncomfortable. So it's probably the reason I came in here in the first place, because it's cold out.
Representative Cummings, it doesn't matter why the bat is here or how we got in here if we simply turn off the lights.
What? Jeez. This should not be a difficult problem to solve. What do we know about that?
They're nocturnal. They live in caves. They use echolocution.
I believe the representative from Virginia means echolocation.
Stick to the regular minute echolocation.
Noted.
I move we take a recess so I can call my brother. His first wife was a veterinarian.
Well, if we're going to call anyone, we should call 311 and have them send over animal control.
I was not aware that 311 had that service.
Yes, 311 can be used to receive information and to access city government programs. It is locally underused.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but a few years ago, I had the pleasure of spending the afternoon with this 89-year-old woman in Fulham, South Carolina. She was active in her church. She had worked hard all her life. And on that particular afternoon, a bird flew in the house. And she simply solved her problem by turning out the lights, leaving the window open, letting the bird live on its own. And I believe that that is the moment.
Where is it? I believe it flew out the window.
Excellent. Then we can proceed with our scheduled discussion of HR 210.
Could somebody call security?
All right. That's a lot of times our solution to a problem is we'll have a committee meeting and we'll get nothing done. Right? It didn't matter how much they talked about the bad, it was still there, right?
Right.
No matter how much you talk about the devil or talk about sin or talk about this or preach on that, it's still there unless somebody deals with it.
Right.
And there's only one that's able to deal with it, and that's Jesus Christ.
Yes, amen.
Amen? So we have to get him included in the program. We got to call 911 or whatever it is. In other words, we got to pray and seek the Lord, and God will take care of the problem. Now, I was going to minister this morning on faith, and at that particular moment, their faith was in the bat. Would you agree with that? Their attention was turned to the bat. All they could talk about was the bat. They tried to talk about other things, tried to talk about the things that they had on their agenda, but the bat kept interfering. A lot of us would like to do the things of God and go about doing what God would have us to do, but the devil keeps interfering with what we have because he's still in the background doing his thing, trying to change the agenda, trying to get our focus off of God on him. And I just thought it was a cute video, so I thought I'd show it. This morning I want to do Rachel. I want to talk a little bit about faith and what God desires for us. But as I was thinking about this, I began to meditate upon the 14th chapter of Matthew where Jesus fed the 5,000. All of us are familiar with that story, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But I would like to share with you this. That when the disciples were there with Jesus, and all the multitude was there, 5,000 people, they were hungry. And Jesus said, well, what we got? They said, we got 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Now, for us, we're thinking loaves. Okay, well, that's going to be about 30 slices of bread, right? But it was actually 5 biscuits and 2 sardines, if I can put it that way, 2 small fishes. So 5 biscuits, 2 sardines, and Jesus took, he blessed it, broke it, gave it to the people. They did eat. The disciples then received the fragments, and it was 12 basketfuls, and they ate. Now, my point I want to make this morning is that we get wrapped up so much in the miracles sometimes that take place in our life, regardless of what they are, that we fail to continue a relationship with Jesus. Now, for instance, if somebody was to ask one of these people, how do you get 5,000 people fed? Well, you got to have 5 loaves and 2 fishes. You got to have that. Because that's the way it was done. So we got to go out, we got to find 5 loaves and 2 fishes, break them up, bless them, and then distribute them, and we're going to have enough food to feed everybody. Is that necessarily true?
No.
It was true in this instance. But you see, it's not about the 5 loaves, it's not about the 2 fishes. That's not what made everything special. As a matter of fact, just after that, in the next chapter, Jesus has 4,000 people there.